let's say you want to play some Little Cup because baby Pokemon are cute, or I don't know, you're just tired of evolved Pokemon or something like that. So you pick, I don't know, let's pick Abra. And it leaves you choosing an item. And these are the popular items. Now, what is popular in higher tiers is not necessarily popular in Little Cup. And I will break down each of these items, or well, some of the items that I see new people running, and why they aren't necessarily so good. The first item I want to talk about is leftovers. Black Sludge can also be grouped into this because they both heal 1/16th of a Pokemon's max HP. Now in higher tiers, this usually accounts for about a good amount of HP, but in Little Cup, this is only about 1 HP per turn, which is absolutely nothing. And you get nothing out of that. You're better off running Berry Juice or an Eviolite instead, because a Berry Juice gives you pretty much full health in just one turn, or Eviolite just gives you natural bulk. But Leftovers is way too slow and it doesn't give enough rewards for the amount of time that is required for it. Moving on to the next item, which is Assault Vest. Now there's an item in Lil Cup which completely outclasses Assault Vest, and that's called Eviolite. Eviolite gives 50% a 50% boost to defense and special defense for all not fully evolved Pokemon, which includes every single Pokemon in Little Cup. Now the thought for higher tiers is most people run fully evolved Pokemon and they want the bulk, so they run Assault Vest. But this is not the case for Little Cup. You can drop your Assault Vest and give them Eviolites. I promise, it's way better. The Citrus Berry is a bit of a weird case. I believe in Generation 3, when it came out, it healed 30 HP. So that was really good. And then from Generation, I want to say 4 onwards, it healed 25% HP. Now, 25% HP just isn't worth it at all, especially when there's an item called Berry Juice, which heals basically 100% HP. Either that, or it depends on your HP number on your Pokemon, but it heals 20 HP instantly when you're at half or below, which is spectacular because instead of going to 75%, if let's say you were knocked down to 50%, instead of just going to 75, you go to 100. Or if you're knocked down to 1 HP, you get right back to full. So Berry Juice is way better in every single situation than Citrus Berry. Another case for older gens, speaking of Gen 5 and older, I don't know, I want to say even Gen 4 and older. It depends if Berry Juice was legalized in Generation 5, which I don't think it was. I don't think Berry Juice was legal in Generation 5, so I'll just say Generation 5 and older. People ran Orange Berry, which heals 10 HP flat, which was good because it's about half of a Pokemon's HP instantly. But in the current generation, Berry Juice is the only option, unless you're running some weird harvest set, but those aren't. The only harvest Pokemon I can think of off the top of my head is Phantom, which doesn't really get anything out of running harvest. Lil Cup doesn't support defensive play in that way because there are a lot of Pokemon knockoff, and Phantom is just way too weak, and you're better off running in a Violet set or even a Z Trick or Treat or something. So Berry Juice is the best option. Don't be afraid to take Recoil it's not worth running Expert Belt when you can run Life Orb. So a lot of Pokemon that run Life Orb hit 19 HP, which is a good Life Orb number, so you only take 1 HP each time you use a Life Orb hit. But with Life Orb, all your moves are boosted by 30% instead of just Expert Belt providing only your super effective moves a boost by 20%. It's not a good trade-off when Life Orb is just so much better in Little Cup than Expert Belt. So don't be afraid of the Recoil. Life Orb will do you wonders over Expert Belt. Rocky Helmet is a bit of an interesting case because it's not a terrible item, but it's not a good item. Because Eviolite gives you natural bulk, which is spectacular, and Rocky Helmet, I would say, should only be run on Pharaoh Seed, and that's about all the cases I can think of. So when Pharaoh Seed gets hit with a contact move, it dishes out some Iron Barbs damage and gives some Rocky Helmet damage. So that adds up, but it's not worth it because that is very situational damage, whereas Eviolite covers way more overall damage in reducing that because you get more bulk, 50% in defense, 50% more special defense. So I can't recommend Rocky Helmet just because it's way too gimmicky. Choice Band and Choice Spets. I can't say that these two items are terrible. I used to run Trick, Spets, Mischievous. So Trick, you trick the Choice Bets and then you would set up nasty plots and then kill everything with Shadow Ball, Hidden Power Fighting. Won games. Mischievous was broken. And that's about that. Now, Trick, Spets, Gothita is also very good, but the problem with Choice Band and Choice Spets is they lock you into one move. Now, this is acceptable with Choice Scarf because Choice Scarf U-turn, Choice Scarf Volt Switch, you get very fast. In a tier with Pokemon being in very close speed tiers, Choice Scarf makes you outspeed Pokemon that a lot of Pokemon rather than just providing a boost in one of your offensive stats. But Choice Band and Choice Spets lock you into a move and leave you for setup fodder, whereas Life Orb provides you the damage that you need and allows you to switch up moves. So it's not that these two items are bad. They're not good either. I would put them at the okay range. They're very situational, and in this meta, I can't recommend running either except as with a trick Spets maybe. So that's most of the items that I see in Lillicup that I want people to stop running because there are better options and it just makes your teams worse to run them. I know it makes sense in higher tiers to run these items because they're actually good, but Lillicup is a different meta and you have to think about it a bit differently, that not all the items that you use in other tiers are necessarily viable in this tier. So thanks for watching, and this was pretty fun to make, so see ya.